What's going on, guys? MariK here, and with the Star Wars Battlefront collection less than 2 weeks away, I thought this would be a good time to discuss map strategies. For those of you who haven't had the chance to play the original Battlefront online or haven't played since the original servers were shut down. So in these videos, we'll be taking a look at the layouts to each map and going over different strategies that you can take for each of the various factions. When playing as the Empire and the Droids, you're going to start out at the bottom of the map with the three command posts known as Control, Depot, and Landing. If you're planning on grabbing a starfighter and doing some dogfights over the Bespin platforms, your best bet is either starting at Landing or Depot. You can start over here at Control, as there are two other platforms that have fighters on them, but there's no telling where you'll spawn when you spawn here, and you're usually closer to a vehicle down here at these bottom command posts. If you're planning to fight with your boots on the ground, you're going to want to take control of the center command post called the Extractor as soon as possible. This command post is the pivotal command post that kind of holds the entire map together. Even though there are 6 other command posts in the map, unless another player decides to use a fighter to fly across the map and land at one of these command posts to get behind enemy lines and take them over, these command posts don't usually see a whole lot of action. It's always going to be that center command post and then the 2 forward command posts for all 4 factions, whether it be Control or whether it be Command. Now, depending on your perspective with the Empire and the Droids command post, is the hallways are on the sides of the building, so it is going to take you a little bit longer to get from the inside of the command post to the Extractor command post. However, because the hallways are on the sides, it does mean that from their command post, the rebels and the clone troopers cannot snipe into your command post, which can be a very, very big advantage to players skilled at sniping in Battlefront. I personally always come to the Extractor whenever I play on Bespin, because there's no reason to really take the other command post. This is the command post that pretty much every battle centers around, and it's the command post that there are always going to be battles at, always going to be players aiming for, because it's the center of the map, and it is, in all honesty, it is the command post that holds down the entirety of this map and determines who is going to take it in the end, because not only does it give you a clear line straight to the enemy faction's main command post, it also gives you the option to decide whether or not you're going to just continue to funnel them down these 2 main hallways, or if you're going to actually attempt to push and take the other command posts. I personally just choose to just duke it out in the one friggin' hallway, because it's fun, it's chaotic, but honestly, this map is, as much as it is one of my favorites, it is also just very linear and doesn't leave a whole lot of room for variable gameplay. Once you're able to make your way across to the enemy's main command post, all you have to do is clear out the command post, and once you've taken this one over, it's pretty smooth sailing from there. Once you have control of their command post, the next thing you have to look out for are these 2 blaster cannons at the top of the command post. They are very, very difficult to deal with without rockets. It is doable to kill them. I won't say it's easy. The biggest thing is if you could kill the operator, as we just did right there. Oh, hello. then they're a little easier to work with. As you can see with this turret here that is trying to unload on that TIE fighter pilot, these blaster cannons, you can shoot them into the room at certain angles. So he can't shoot down and take me out from where I'm at specifically, but it can be done depending on where you're standing. I'm trying to take it out with the concussion grenades. It's about the only useful thing the concussion grenades are good for. Even against the smaller turrets, I don't usually bother with them. There we go. And now that those are dead, you can choose to just kind of... Ow, fuck, as a X-Wing's taking pot shots at us. You can kind of choose whether or not you want to take these command posts. I would choose this one instead of going over there because there's another blaster turret, and while if you can manage to shoot the operator out of it, I think we are hitting him, but I cannot tell if we are actually damaging the gunner himself. Those turrets can see you when you're walking up these ramps, so you can be taken out in one shot because those turrets just do so much damage. When you're attempting to try and take over the dock, it's a little bit easier because the turret is on the opposite side and you can, well, there's a TIE fighter in the way anyways, but you can kill it. You can kill the operator of it anyways without needing, you know, a rocket launcher or using up all your grenades. If you can hit it from the other platform where I was, that's the most ideal, but you can also hit the gunner from right here, and they're not able to actually kill you. It is hard to do with the gun swinging around wildly, but enough shots in and you can take him out, and then the command post is more or less yours. There's always going to be this little space right here where somehow the AI always gets stuck in there, and there's usually at least one or two of them that fall into there. It looks like there was two this time, and you can just blast them until they're dead, or do what I did and just throw a grenade in there. In this particular match scenario, it appears that the rebels have done exactly what I said was one of these strategies you could take with this map, and flying and taking the command posts from behind enemy lines, and then now they're taking over control, which was our original command post. And after enough rebels are killed, you have taken the game. When you're playing as the Republic or as the Rebel Alliance, the same strategy follows. You're always going to try and go towards the exact extractor at the very beginning of the match because you just want to have that map control, and this is honestly the best way to do it. Now, there are differences when playing on this map and playing as either the clones or the rebels that makes a pretty significant difference. And personally, it's one of my favorites. One of my favorite maps to play playing as the Republic. Not just because I like this map, but because since you're taking the opposite side of this map, be careful because for some reason the clone jet troopers shots will just not happen. As you saw, I pulled the trigger and there was no big blue boom. So having this side of the map this time around gives you that ammo droid that is on your side of the map, or rather, it's on the side of the map that you're trying to assault. And that makes it a lot easier for you to replenish your ammo, so you're not, having to go all the way to the other side, or waiting for one of the pilot class to go ahead and drop you a health and ammo. The downside to playing on this is you cannot see into the command post, so you can't attempt to snipe them or clear out the command post from afar. As far as the actual layout of taking this hallway, it is relatively the same. However, there is one other key difference when playing as the clone and rebel faction, and that's these turrets right here. The turrets at the top of the base here, this one in particular, can aim down and shoot you right around where the droids are right now in the hallway. And, I mean, they can just end you. That turret is so hard to deal with from this side because they will repair it so fast. And if you end up killing the operator, then another one will just get in it. Now, if you're like me and you like to play as a jet trooper, then you can kind of consolidate that and, you know, slowly shoot at it and destroy it. Which is also fine because you have the ammo droid right here. There's a droid repairing it as I'm shooting it. That is the other downside. Because that damn turret can just continue to just hose your allies like it's doing right now. I'm not able to do enough damage before it ends up healing itself. I believe the rocket launcher will actually do more damage to the tank, to the turret, than the jet trooper's EMP launcher. But the EMP launcher does well enough. I also love just standing here on the center command post and just targeting the enemy from afar, because a lot of times the AI won't even try to shoot you. And if any of the players do, depending on what class you are picking, you can usually outgun them, especially if you're choosing the sniper class or a rocket class, like the jet trooper or the arc trooper. One of my favorite things to do with this command post as well is you can stand right here where there that grenade went. You can stand right here and just lob grenades straight into the command post or straight into the hallway, and it is cheeky as shit. It's not in the best sportsmanship, but sometimes I just don't care because it's fun. Once you've spammed enough grenades, you've cleared out the hallway, and then you can continue to move on towards taking their command post. Just always be sure to watch out for that turret, and if you're honestly not sure, just don't even bother going over where the turret can shoot you. You're usually good as long as you don't pass this archway right here. That's the only one I can guarantee that you're safe at. Sometimes the angles can be a little different, and obviously splash damage can still get you if you're close enough to be able to be hit by the splash. Even without the help of pseudo-infinite ammo, I just feel like it's an easier map to play overall when you're playing as either the clones or the Rebel Alliance. 89-0. And that's going to be it for our strategic map overview of Bespin platforms. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection comes out in just 2 weeks, so we hope to see you on the Battlefront.